JD Rawls, our three officials tonight in downtown Los Angeles. Lakers come in. They had won 9 straight prior to the loss earlier this week at Detroit, but 10 of their last 11 in the win column. And knocked away by Traore. Then forced a turnover, did that a ton Wednesday night in San Francisco. And it's Clowney, short on the 3.
And it's going to be a big part of how they try and disrupt this Lakers team. But the Lakers also lead the league in points off of turnovers. So that is going to be an area to watch.
Luka Doncic, the leading scorer in the NBA, has 2.
Yes! We documented it in the opening, but he has been spectacular lately. And we've seen stretches through the course of his career where he's been so good. But those numbers are unbelievable.
On the season, averaging 33.6. He's got 42 games with 30 or more. Same spot for Clowney, and the same result this time, strong.
However, great look.
LeBron James leading the league in fast break points by an individual this year. No, back down, had it knocked away by Williams. Zaire Williams, who played with his son Bronny, now a member of the Lakers in high school. It's Traore, no for the 3, and it's collected by James. Doncic in the front court, averaging nearly 40 points per game over his last 11. His fadeaway is true.
He's so methodical, doesn't get sped up, and he can get anywhere he wants to go to on the floor. So with the efficiency he's been shooting with, he's going to be a huge matchup.
Williams 3 off the mark. So the Nets all from 3, 0 for 4 to start this game. It's Doncic on the shimmy shake. Couldn't float it in. Nets with numbers the other way if they hurry. It'll be Powell on the attack, bouncing off bodies. Hangs and he couldn't hit it. Yeah, a little Jake and Drake. Fun? No, that one didn't work. But the Nets are on the board, and they've trimmed it in half.
Have you ever been on one of those commercials?
No. You?
I see it coming. No, I don't.
Do you?
I do.
I'd rather be with the Allstate guy. Allstate, are you in good hands?
Nicely done.
Come on. On the bounce, knock away from James. He got it back and puts it home. LeBron James really coming into his own, understanding what more of his role looks like with his team. Traore had it blocked by Ayton. Talk about role with his team, DeAndre Ayton.
Getting downhill, but I mean, it's all coming together now at the time you want it to be if you're the Lakers.
Too strong from Clowney. Here comes Doncic the other way. Now James trailing the play. Looking to back down early. That's 0 for 6 to start this game. 5 of them coming from 3. James jab, jumper, it's good. 21 points, 6 rebounds, nearly 7 assists per game at 41 years old for LeBron James.
And that's the wild part. He really has his role is adjusted a little bit what that looks like.
Floated up and in for Zaire Williams, and the Nets' first basket of the game is brought to you by Hyundai.
Speaking of a player who's been playing so well lately, Zaire Williams, tremendous. Gets an opportunity, too, as you mentioned, to come back here at home.
Doncic got it from downtown.
You were saying about LeBron James, like, to look at that, and obviously it's clear when you watch games or what things look like in the closing game, but to still be having those numbers and then saying those type of things, it's really just showcases the excellence he is.
Williams got to his spot but couldn't hit. James off and running. Looking to attack. Finds Reeves right back to James. They'll fade. Missed it. And bat it to the outside. Saved by Reeves. James will load it up. Just couldn't hit it. And a foul's going to be called on the floor. Nick Claxton battling with LaRavia.
Powell's game as he continues to look to improve from deep.
Now it's Doncic dancing. Just floated towards the rim and rolls it in.
And I think, to your point, he was tossing it up because he thought he was going to get a foul call, and it still goes in.
Traore had it engulfed. Ayton goes upstairs. Now Reeves on the attack. Looking for Ayton running rim to rim. Another timeout by Jordi Fernandez.
It's pretty cool for him to be in this building because he's also getting ready to face 2 of his favorite players, LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Now, Tyson and Malachi both said, though, that when the game starts, it is all business. You can't let the moment get to you, and you have to stick to the game plan because they know they can play their brand of basketball, and it's definitely needed to go up against LeBron and Luka, Noah.
Yeah, Jordi Fernandez was asked about that, like young guys playing these otherworldly figures in the sports world and certainly the basketball world, and he said, you can try to explain it, but until you actually do it and have to get back down by the king like that, you don't quite... No, she got it. Haven't you been watching this clinic?
That is my girl. Just keep it rolling.
Just past the midway point of this opening quarter, Nets going to find some rhythm offensively. 3 of 13 to start, 2 of 8 from 3. Traore lob it up, and Claxton slams it home.
Really nice play there between Traore and Claxton. Get behind the defense. The Nets have created good looks. They've just missed a lot of three-point shots here early on.
And then you got to deal with this guy, Luka Doncic. The fend off, couldn't finish. Rebound, Ayton. Second chance for Austin Reeves, who loads it up. Can't hit. And a good clear this time by Clowney. Starting 5 stays out there, at least for the time being, for Brooklyn. Changes incoming for LA. Oh, the drive-in finish for Traore. On Wednesday, taking full advantage. Get to the rack early. James looking to back down on Clowney. Brooklyn's made his last 3. James had it blocked inside. Traore sets the table. And Claxton is held by Austin Reeves. Citizens made ready. Williams bounce. Claxton clear the runway for takeoff. So the Nets making a nice push here to get it back to within 6 with 6 straight points. And then Hayes nearly threw it away. He did. Saved by Minot. Checked in. Forced the turnover. Traore looking inside. Had it batted right back. Hachimura looked like a potential foul. Instead, it's an easy slam. He discarded Traore en route to the loose ball. Under 4 to play in the first. It's Williams long strides. Hook it to the outside. Minot's 3. It's good. Talk about a hot shooter. It just feels like every time it leaves his hand, you think it's going down.
Absolutely. It looks good. It has been. It's been consistent. It's quick with it.
Reeves, little floater short. Nets can bring this to within a possession here after falling down by as many as it doesn't. And it's Williams. Couldn't get the swooping delivery to fall. Doncic bounce. What a pass. Gets to Hachimura, and he's fouled. Traore's going to pick it up. Hachimura. It just feels like he is perfectly made for a Roots.
The next game that he has, we're going to have to make sure that he really punches it and gives you credit for it.
No. Credit's all his. He's carved out the why not.
Don't give him too much credit.
Approaching 3 to play in this opening quarter. Nets down by 5 after trailing by 12. Why not? Ant it. Wilson, who has been playing with some good confidence of late, and a really impressive performance on Wednesday with a season high. It's Minot. He's fouled. Austin Reeves, Doncic, and LeBron James.
And they're just so tough, too. Part of it is their vets and how they know how to bait you as well.
3 to play in the opening quarter. Minot goes 2 of 3 and brings it to within 3. Doncic, Hachimura, Kennard, Hayes, and Reeves. The 5 on the floor for J.J. Redick. Doncic banging bodies. Oh, nice find. Kennard gets it inside, and a foul's going to be called. The help by Ochai
on the offensive side, too, is getting in the paint. They're not a team that takes a ton of three-point shots, and that's part of it. Get to the paint, get
9, and trailing by as many as 12 at 19 to 7.
Yeah, positive given how they've struggled some from the three-point line and started to pick up.
Saraf has been aggressive. Finds the cutting man. His fade is pure. So man with his first bucket gets it to a 3-point game. Early minutes for Bronny James against the Brooklyn Nets here tonight. Playing on the floor with his dad. Here is LeBron. Skip it. Kennard. Gets it right back from Hayes. Kennard drive. Stop. Fade. Kennard missed it short. See what type of defensive effort Bronny James can put forth, and that's going to be a good start. Forced a turnover in transition. They have liked the progress that Bronny James has showed through his second year in the NBA. And a foul's going to be called on Josh Minot on the range. It is the second time for him playing in the first half since the All-Star break. Now it's LeBron James looking to back down on man. Attack mode. He leaves it for Hayes, and he's fouled. Teams are going to be massive as they continue to evaluate what they have heading into the summer, and really for the...
He has to talk and does answer a lot about Bronny, and continues to say deserves to be in the NBA, and that's all a part of it, is you watch the growth of different players. But as you said, whether it's early minutes, whether it's crunch time situations, what Brooklyn experienced the other night, all of those things factor in of experience you can't replicate.
Oh, the slip to the rim for Minot.
Great dissection of the defense for the breakdown.
James gets it across amidst the heavy pressure from Saraf. It's James to James. 12 to shoot. Screen from Kennard. LeBron against Saraf. 6 to shoot. On the attack. Floater to the corner. Bronny splits. Oh, nice find for LaRavia. His three doesn't go. Wilson run, lob, and slam. It's the Kansas connection. Wilson, most outstanding player. That's a heck of a year.
That certainly is.
Bronny James stays on the floor. Jared Vanderbilt out there. Zone look defensively out of the timeout for Brooklyn. James on the curl. LaRavia trying to take man. Cut off by man. 5 to shoot. It's LeBron on the attack. James fade. Short. Long rebound. And it's scooped up by Abaji. On the break, a chance for the lead. It's Wilson. It's short. Follows his miss. Wilson, hook it. Man will try. And bury the triple. Nets have their first lead of the night.
Second chance opportunity. You mentioned it, man feeling really comfortable here in this building that he called home for a stretch. And the penetration and kicks have worked well for Brooklyn now that the threes are starting to fall.
James, stop, top, missed it short. So the Nets defense starting to lock in. Lakers still above 50% from the floor, but the Nets now up to 46. And Saraf got all the way to the hole. It's a 9-0 Brooklyn run. What a response here from the Nets. We always try to track those spurts, and certainly Jordi Fernandez and his coaching staff will do just that. This is going to be a positive one for Brooklyn. Only so much you can do with a locomotive LeBron.
Really tough, and everyone else is so spread out when he's coming at you with that speed, and also doing so in single coverage. There's not a whole lot you could do to slow him down.
Wilson hands it off. Man. Find him. Wilson, open look. And he's got it. It's a three.
Okay, with the no.
James, right back to Bronny. Ball fake, jumper, bullseye. And it will always be the loudest ovation in this building when that man scores. Minot's three, not there. Now it's LeBron's turn. Taking man on the attack, and a foul.
Getting to the paint and just looking more comfortable with the ball in his hands and pressure than he's.
LeBron already in double figures. And he's 2 for 2 at the line. Ties the game at 44.
Well, both these teams playing at a nice clip. Early offense and trying to find push.
For the Lakers' first time back home in a while after a 6-game road trip in which they went 5-1. And J.J. Redick said this is essentially another game on the road trip for them. As Williams misses it too strong, rebound tapped into the hands of Reeves. They haven't quite adjusted back to Pacific time yet. In fact, the Nets have been on the West Coast far longer than the Lakers. Nearly forced the turnover. James on the second chance is fouled. I'm going to go to Denver, then back.
The win?
Okay, now you're Katy Perry?
Is that what she says?
Don't you know the song Firework by Katy Perry?
Well, tell me the lyric. I don't know. I mean, kind of.
Like a plastic bag floating through the wind?
Oh, no, I didn't mean to take that from her.
But are you a firework?
No. No.
Okay.
I'm like the dead ones.
Oh, I thought you were saying Firefly by Owl City. Lets It Fly. That's Nolan Traore for 3. And it just said there was some fried chicken, there was some mac and cheese, some asparagus.
I didn't go in the media dining room.
The asparagus was shockingly popular.
Really?
Yeah, shockingly popular.
Steamed, grilled?
Grilled. Doncic hits the 3.
He's a popular man in this building, that's for sure. And every time he puts it up, it feels like it's going through.
On the drive, Claxton comes up short. Doncic back the other way. It's a 7-0 Laker run. In response to that 9-0 Nets run. Doncic, bounce it. Reeves. A misdirection, spin, Reeves, couple of fakes, and he floats it in.
So good with his counter moves. You see that often from him. when he's coming off the dribble, but hard to really force him off his spot.
Claxton handed off for Mann on the outside. Doubled. Clowney making his return after missing the last couple games. He's doubled in the corner, and a foul is called. Ayton got a little too handsy. Point game, 5.5 to play in the first half. Claxton trying to shed DeAndre Ayton. Now Clowney lost it. Ayton scoops it up. Another turnover for Brooklyn. That's their fourth. Doncic nearly lost it. Clowney trying to step up. Doncic right through the body, and he floats. I'm not saying who it is. I'm eliminating one. I'm like, this is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm like going 50-50 for them. Ask the audience. Phone a friend. Thrower right now. Swiped down by LaRavia. Lakers already up to 8 free throws. The Nets have yet to take one. There was a complaint of Jordi Fernandez after the loss to the Warriors on Wednesday was the lack of Nets free throw attempts. Hachimura pull up. A little too strong. And a loose ball foul going the other way. This one goes out to Brooklyn. Nets fans, now's your chance to vote for the official fan appreciation tee design. Select your fave for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Fan Appreciation Night. Scan the QR code. Getting the MVP chance is tough to deal with. They're trying to chew through endive lettuce. Just takes extra efforts, and even sometimes then you don't get through.
Did you eat the media dining room? Because you're talking about food quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I'm still hungry.
You don't like endive?
No, not a fan. You?
I love it. I like bitter.
But you also like asparagus. Sorry, love asparagus.
I do. I love vegetables.
Yeah, the Eagle household, it's a little different from what I was taught by a certain someone. Driving kick, Hachimura in and out.
Do you do condiments?
Well, is that a condiment?
Yeah.
Certain someone from my family doesn't. He says it's a sauce, not a condiment.
Aren't sauces condiments?
Well, I think barbecue sauce should count, and I love barbecue sauce.
Okay, fair enough.
Pesto, do you consider that a condiment? That's an accessory. Nolan Traore.
Second chance points that crashed the offensive glass and cutting into that deficit a big part. Was just starting to make some more three-point shots, but they moved the ball really well and played at good pace.
Doncic with 24 first-half points. Running the show per usual for the Lakers. James on the shove on Williams. Skip it. Extra. It is Reeves on the drive. Can't finish, but a foul's called on Williams.
And that's where they're so, like, there was just a lot of weapons, a lot of options, and then others that complement him.
Hey, Nets fans. Brooklyn's team tips off again on Sunday. March game at the very beginning of this West Coast trip. And so Sacramento getting the win. Brooklyn will look to get even back home. That is the first of 6 consecutive home games for the Nets following this 4-game West Coast trip. Clowney squares it up and knocks it down. It's a 3. Good to see Clowney back in the lineup with his first bucket. 3 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Lakers shooting the ball 56% from the floor. They've taken 17 free throws as Reeves is off the mark. The Nets only 5 at the charity stripe. Clowney, hand it. Williams tries it. In and out.
Another real good look, though, created. Quick early offense.
Doncic right to his spot for 2.
The Lakers will do the same.
Lakers on the turnover. Doncic, rip through, drive, bump. Didn't get the bucket, but he'll get 2 free throws. So that's
Noah Clowney having a nice discussion. Obviously, a tough guard in Luka Doncic for so many reasons, but a big part of it is how he's able to.
When they're playing against the best offensive weapons, a lot of times they do get scored on from time to time, and you know what? They say, all right, cool. Next possession, next possession, next possession. Easier said than done, though. This guy is so demoralizing at times with some of his late clock buckets. Rory couldn't turn the corner. Screen from Claxton. 11 to shoot for Claxton. Drives on 8. Swooping delivery too strong. James to Doncic. They're riding the hot hand right now. Double being shaded. He threw it away. Traore in the right spot. Really threw it back. Now it's Williams on the attack. Spray. Clowney. 3. Short. And a whistle and a foul. It's going to be Doncic. It's going to be 3. Brooklyn shooting the ball 46% from the floor, 8 of 25 from 3, but only 5 free throw attempts compared to 19 for the Lakers. Clowney forcing the issue for 2.
Forcing the issue, but also doing so patiently, not getting sped up there. Does a good job with a strong jump stop and a clean finish there off the backboard.
Now it's Doncic's turn. Got the switch, but a foul away from the ball. It's going to be Zaire.
Nick Claxton's done a really nice job here overall.
Nice find inside. A foul's going to be called on Clowney. We'll see. So Ayton will get the free throws, add to the overall total, and he goes 2 for 2. His numbers a bit lower than what he's grown accustomed to. He's averaged a double-double every year of his career. 12.4 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game this year. Settling in and understanding what the requirement is out of him for this group. 7 to shoot now for Zaire Williams. Working on James. Skip it. Traore on the attack. Has to float it up. Oh, missed it short. James already up to 11 points, 2 boards, and 3 assists. Reeves has been quiet by his own standards with 6 points. Trying to get it to James. They left him. Can't make him pay. And a foul's going to be called 94 feet from the basket. Double screen. Traore uses Claxton. Now lobs it for him. Who guides it home. Nice find by Traore.
And there was just enough hesitation there before he put it up to stump the defense. Traore, where he's been putting the ball and Claxton's running it through, has been really special.
James lob and the response on the alley-oop to Ayton. Back to a 5-point ball game. Brooklyn hanging around with plays like this from Powell. Drake Powell showing off the shooting stroke earlier, and now the aggressive take to the rim. James, double, bounce it, Doncic, extra, Laravia, back to James, skip it, and foul's going to be called on Traore. Jordi Fernandez is frustrated.
The explosiveness. Jordi Fernandez in his pregame presser was talking about Drake Powell, what he's seen from him. He said, mind playmaking.
Meanwhile, that was 4 fouls on Nolan Traore. Reeves does miss the second. Free throw discrepancy is real, 23-5 in favor of the Lakers. Clowney, couple of dances, spins, tried to go up and under, but Ayton stayed with him the entire way. 5 to shoot. Traore nearly lost it, and he did. Ripped by Reeves. Reeves, stop. And I'll wait for reinforcements. It'll come with James. 5 minutes into this third quarter. Lob it inside. The catch and takeaway. Traore just ripped it away. Lobbed it up, knocked away by James. And then taken right back by Williams. Bounce it. Williams back from Claxton, and a foul is called on Doncic. What a sequence for Brooklyn.
Quick hands, good game where he had 6 steals, and a big part of that is his length and how he's able to utilize it.
Here, as you mentioned, free throw disparity has been a big topic for the Brooklyn Nets. On Wednesday, Golden State shot 15 more free throws than the Nets, and after that game, he said he doesn't think it's a matter of his team being young because he keeps seeing it over and over again. And it can be frustrating because he thinks this team deserves to get to the free throw line, so it's something that they're going to have to figure out. And as you see right now, it's happening right now, and the Lakers has continued to find ways to get to the free throw line.
Yeah, those last free throws on that previous trip for Williams were the first for Brooklyn since 2:58 to go in the first quarter. Doncic continues with his now 43rd 30-point game of the season. Powell on the attack. Nice find for Claxton. So Drake Powell trying to put forth some of that consistency that Jordi Fernandez is asking for. Those are the plays that are going to help build.
Well, when he's able to get by his guy, you're either drawing a defender or you're yourself having an opportunity at the rim.
Doncic, leave it. James, swing it. Reeves couldn't hit it. Traore with a head up, playing through 4 fouls. And he just lost the handle. Oh, he gets it back on the hustle play. And a timeout called by Jordi Fernandez.
But you think about the actual games in the minute. I mean, that's all in there, but the amount of postseason runs.
Yep.
How much you pour into what that actually looks like.
Went to 8 straight NBA Finals as Zaire Williams banks one home through the contact. The hoop and
he's able to create in different ways, changes his speed.
Struggling at the free throw line, another miss there. keeps it at a 1-point game. So it'll be Reeves, Doncic, Kennard, Ayton, and Hachimura. And a steal for Williams. Up ahead of the pack for the slam. Gives the Nets a 1-point lead.
Big time play by Zaire Williams.
And then a foul going the other way. Doncic going to be called for it on Claxton.
But it still is cumulative, correct?
Yes.
So, like, if he were to then sit that, but still get another, then he's still then. It doesn't restart.
More, yeah, so I think it's 2 more after 16. I think it's 18, and then it's every one. Down the lane and a chance for 3. Zaire Williams is taking over.
It's not just about the efficiency from the field with 12 points and 3 assists. Or 3 steals. He's been really active on the defensive end, which that is a part of his game that you always have an expectation for, but tough at the free throw line.
Now 1 for 4. It's an 8-0 Nets run to take a 3-point lead. Agbaji, Williams, Claxton, Traore, and Minot are the 5. Doncic doubled on the catch, and he's fouled. Ian Williams. 31 and 5.
That time, every game he scored over 30. He has 5 games of 40 or more, 2 games of 50, and then that 60-point game that he had at Miami. I mean, those numbers are just mind-blowing.
Yeah, and this is his 43rd game this season with 30 or more points, leading the NBA at 34 a game. Traore, shimmy shake, sets the offense in motion. Nets by 1. Traore, drive, kick. Agbaji, 3, short. Rebound, Minot nearly had it. Knocked away from Agbaji. He tracks it down for Williams. Second chance for Brooklyn. It's Williams snaking down the middle of the lane. He couldn't finish. Williams trying to sneak. Doncic will take. In and out on the 3. Oh, the entire building thought that was going down. Traore gets it back from Minot. 10 to shoot. Traore drive. Couldn't finish. Knocked away by Hayes. Let's see if Austin Reeves can find his own rhythm. That'll help. Timeout, Jordy.
The quarter, what that looks like, winning every quarter, just setting different goals in different circumstances on top of the total.
Ben Saraf on the floor. Chaney Johnson getting his first run of the night as well. Now it's Minot working against Hayes. Minot, bounce it. Williams, attack it. Williams hangs, but he couldn't hit. Johnson nearly claimed it. Williams does and banks it in, plus the foul. Fouls on Luka Doncic. And he finally does hit one. 80 to 78. 15 points for Zaire Williams. 10 of them coming in the third to go with 2 of his steals. Doncic looks. Worked on Williams. He wants his get back. Now it's Minot that steps up. Bounce it. Kennard. 3 ball. Too strong. And a whistle. Technical foul's called. And it's Luke Kennard. $16 points. Johnson and Minot are the 5 on the floor. Johnson, shovel. Saraf, circle, drive, hang. Somehow got it to Minot. 12 to shoot for Man. Agbaji looking to attack the closeout of Doncic. Saraf all the way, couldn't finish. Doncic with a game-high 32. Doncic with a game-high 34.
Poses his will and how he's able to penetrate and get where he wants to in the paint.
2.5 to play in the third. Saraf waits and finds Terrence Mann. Step back 3, in and out. Falls right to Reeves. Austin Reeves in this game, just 9.7 rebounds and 5 assists, and a foul's going to be called on the floor. The free throw line and let him get any rhythm. Back on the floor. Reeves 2 for 2 to put the Lakers back up 1. James, Reeves, Kennard, Doncic, and Hayes. The 5 for J.J. Redick. That's up to 47% from the floor. 8 of 28 from 3. They've been outshot at the free throw line, 27-11, and that's an offensive foul on Chase.
Valuing every time these players can step on the court, especially. It's crazy to think that the season is at this point already winding down. Just a few weeks left.
Nets looking to run through the tape and take advantage of the experience that's in front of them. Certainly this group that's on the floor is doing that tonight. And LeBron James is not going to have his chance because 3 seconds called against the Nets defense.
Now, part of what we're talking about, the experience Jordi Fernandez had mentioned in the pregame press, just about having close games, having these time and score situations that you're really working on. And for this group, give them a ton of credit for how they've come out and played, especially in that third quarter.
Kennard drive. Kennard, tough finish. It's a guy that won't make it because he's not going to get to the qualifying numbers, but he is shooting 50, 40, 90 on the season. Not easy to do, and it's not like he doesn't shoot. 54% field goal, 48% from three, 92.5 from the free throw line. Nets down 3. Man going to work. Minot for the tie.
I mean, that was a great play by Man, though. It penetrates, sucks in the defense, and finds an open shooter in Minot, who has certainly hit a lot of those shots.
James doubled. James hook pass. Hayes couldn't finish, but a foul. Got sandwiched between Minot and Johnson.
Side help.
Hey, Nets fans, it's a special evening of basketball as Brooklyn celebrates the rich history and influence of historically black colleges and universities. Join us for Nets. 10:46 to play. Hayes 0 for 2. So the Lakers have now taken 32 free throws, but they've only made 21. The Nets have 78 field goal attempts to 56 for the Lakers. Saraf banks it home.
Tough finish, and we've continued to see him go to that drive, go to the drive left. That's a nice high finish off the glass.
He's got 8 points in 14 minutes. Just continues to play some excellent basketball over the last recent stretch. Speaking of, James to Hayes. Saraf in his previous 9 games averaging over 11 points per game, nearly 5 assists. Putting in that work once again. Minot's pass engulfed by Kennard. Reeves sitting on 11 points. Now it's James also with 11 to go with 6 assists. 2-man game with the two of them. Reeves working on Johnson. Cross. Johnson stayed front, knocked it away. And Reeves just barely got it off in time. No, it's a shot clock violation.
Just stay in front, and the contests on those threes have been nice.
12th Laker turnover tonight. Saraf cross on James. Oh, the spin move lost him, and it was blocked again by Hayes. Johnson's right there. Minot on the second effort. Minot! Oh! He hits the deck hard as he keep it at a tie game. It's a 1-point game with 9:15 to play. Minot's still on the floor, which is good to see after the tough fall. Reeves had it taken away by Saraf. Read it perfectly right to the rim for the slam. The defense to offense for the Rook.
What a play by Saraf. And you had talked about the way that the Nets had done this type of thing on the defensive side in Golden State against the Warriors. It's exactly what they're trying to do, especially with a lineup like this.
Reeves 3, good. It was only a matter of time before Reeves started to get rolling in this game offensively. He's up to 14. Minot. Johnson gets a touch. Minot cuts through. Johnson floats it up and in. Talk about continued growth and confidence. We've seen that every time Chaney Johnson's been on the floor. 4 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. Reeves has a pull. Money.
You said it. And this is normally, those are contested, they're deep looks, and they're ones, though, that he knows how to knock down.
Johnson, hand it. Saraf, take it. Saraf, feed it. Man, 4 to shoot. Back down on Reeves. Man, spin, fade. Can't hit. James with a rebound. 7.5 to play. Doncic still on the bench for the time being. It's now Reeves' time to shine. Spin, fade, Reeves. No. Good defense by Man.
Very much so, just staying in front, especially when they're isolating him there on that clear side.
Saraf into the paint. Outside, Minot three. And a long rebound falls to Vanderbilt. Outlet. James out in the open floor. He got tripped up inadvertently by Saraf. James is going to take his time to get up. So James to the line for his sixth and Reeves, Hayes, and James. Who goes 1 for 2. 4-point ball game, 5 minutes into the fourth quarter. That's hanging tough with a Laker team that's won 10 of 11. Saraf probed through. Now it's Man on the reload. Looking inside, skip it. Agbaji three. No. Rebound ricochet to the outside, and it's collected by Hayes. He's third in the league, averaging 8.3 assists per game, but he has only 2 tonight as Reeves once again gets himself back to the charity stripe. In Brooklyn for a matchup with the Sacramento Kings. Coverage starts at 5:30 with the FanDuel Nets pregame. The tip-off is set for 6 o'clock on Yes and the Gotham Link. He's got 18 points.
And he'll keep coming at you. You know that regardless of how he started this game or what that shooting looks like. And the thing for him, too, is, as you mentioned earlier, get to the free throw line, continuing to catch a rhythm, knocking down some three-point shots, but now he's worked his intermediate game and can absolutely then get to the basket.
8 of his 19 coming in this fourth quarter. Wilson drive, float, short. Agbaji got fingertips on it, but Vanderbilt claimed it. Reeves, pass not hit away, right back into the hands of Reeves. James on the curl, extra pass. Vanderbilt had it blocked by Man. What a play by T-Man. On the drive, Wilson is clobbered. There was a push by Hayes. He was trying to make an argument that he got balled. It looked like he clearly got towards the face.
I actually on the shoulder.
So Wilson takes advantage with 2 free throws. Nets are going to go with a smaller lineup here with Minot at the 5. Past the midway mark of this fourth quarter. Nets trail by as many as 12 in the first quarter. Have been up by as many as 5. Reeves, lob it, James has the size advantage. Hachimura's 3, not there. Rebound, tip back up, and it rolls off for Hayes. Now Doncic's third attempt, and he'll push it through. 38 points for Luka Magic. Traore trying to get past Luka. Luka got a hand in the cookie jar. Traore couldn't get to it. It's a turnover. Doncic, feed. Reeves, 3-ball. Kaboom. The Lakers on a 10-2 run over the last 2:59 of game action. Wilson, Minot, Johnson, Saraf, and Man are the 5 on the floor for Brooklyn. Who will they go to offensively? Oh, what a set out of the timeout. It's an open 3, and it's Minot who sticks it.
What the Nets have been so good through the season in those ATO plays, going on timeouts, and not just about the plays that they run, how they're executing. Another big one, especially for a shooter in Minot.
Doncic nearly lost it. They knocked it off of him. Oh, it looked like the Nets were going to get the basketball instead. Wilson, corner 3, no. Rebound, Saraf had it blocked by Hayes. Saved by Hayes. James ahead of the pack. Finds the trailer, and Hachimura's foul.
Cognizant of making sure to retreat.
So Rui Hachimura this year or more. Lakers are 10-0. He's got that level of impact. Came in 16 of his last 34 from 3. 13 games this season with 3 or more made threes. He's only 0 for 2 so far tonight. 8-point game. Minot. Wilson splits 2, but he couldn't finish. Oh, Doncic, that would have been a travel if no foul is called. Instead, the Lakers out in transition again. And it's James with a spin. James with a score.
Transition. That was crafty there.
14 now for LeBron. Saraf looking to take Hachimura. Back outside for Wilson. Wilson nearly lost it. Scooped up by Man, but a kickball is called, going the other way. Minot is still a +1 in the plus-minus with his 18 points off the bench. Doncic with 38. He is 4 of 8 from 3. Thought about another one. Now the leaner doesn't go. 3:10 to play. Minot squares up. And Johnson just mistimed his jump on the rebound. 3 to play in LA. Lakers looking for the season sweep after beating the Nets 125-109 earlier this season. Reeves cross and a foul called on Saraf. There's going to be points. Nets are just 5 for 15 in this fourth quarter. Lakers 7 of 12. Johnson hand it. Minot. Attack mode. Ran into a wall. It's Wilson. Can't hit the 3. Johnson got a hand on it. Hayes claims it and a foul called on Minot.
Minot is not happy with that call, but tacking another one for Jordi Fernandez and his crew, who talked about the team and needing to get to the free throw line more, and obviously you're trying not to foul the Lakers club, but he mentioned that in the pregame press conference, and now it's been a lot of the same thing here tonight.
Largest lead of the night for the Lakers, now up to 13. Under 2.5 to play. The Nets at risk here of dropping their 10th straight for their second 10-game losing streak through a 22-game span as Wilson.
Some room and space.
9 points in 12 minutes for Wilson. So the Nets 9 of 15 from the free throw line in a game they trail by 11. James, screen from Doncic. Reeves, it's the big 3, all helping each other out here. James on Powell. Oh, that's tough. 1:50 remaining. Nets still within somewhat of a striking distance. Wilson right at Doncic. The discard and an offensive foul. Luka took a shot, so they cannot challenge it. And so with just about 90 seconds to play, Doncic will look for the dagger. Is this it? It might be. .125 left here in LA. And Luka Doncic with 41 points. Minot couldn't finish it. Johnson got a hand on it. Reeves collects the board. Lakers looking to win their second in a row after their 9-game winning streak came to a close earlier this week in Detroit on Tuesday night. Followed it up with a win at Indiana to end their 6-game road trip 5-1. It's Austin Reeves. That's a 3. When it rains, it pours. Wilson's response, not there. Rebound James. 45 seconds left.
Just a tough fourth quarter here for Brooklyn. You saw how hard they fought through the course of it, and still fought here in this fourth, but just not enough shot making and not enough to handle some of this offensive firepower that the Lakers possess.
James will take the shot clock violation with 23.9 left to play. So the Nets battle for 3+ quarters, but too much firepower in the purple and gold down the stretch here. Minot will get it back to Saraf. And the Nets will be content to let this one go all the way down. Lakers outscore the Nets 31-15 in the fourth quarter. And Brooklyn drops its 10th in a row. 116-99 the final.